Jha and I am a faculty at UEI Pune. And today the topic of workshop is different types of frosting techniques for cakes. So everyone will ask me now that what do you mean by frosting? So frosting means icing. Again you will be having a question that what do you mean by icing? So icing and frosting both are same. Icing and frosting is a kind of fluffy or like soft, colorful, sweet food texture or food material which we use for the decoration of the cakes and cupcakes. So we do not always decorate the cakes. We use this frosting during the layering of the cakes also. So there are different types of frostings. For example, we will be having buttercream frosting, we will be having whipped cream frosting, there will be ganache, there will be glazes, there will be fondants and a royal icing fondant. But today we will be using whipped cream frosting for showing the frosting techniques. So there are various types of frosting techniques also which we will be covering today. For example, there are petals, there are zigzag, there are waves, there are horizontal with spiral, diagonal, verticals. There are so many frosting techniques nowadays. In India, mostly they won't be using it, but if you go to abroad, you will be able to see this kind of frosting techniques. So let's begin our workshop. And she is Tawassul, a second year student. She will be assisting me for my workshop today. And it is Vivek, third year student. He will be also here and assisting me in this workshop. So before starting the workshop, we will be needing some of the materials. For example, if you will be able to see, we have already prepared 4 types of cake bases. We have baked the cake, we have cut it into the layers, then we have applied sugar syrup, and then we have applied whipped cream in the between of the layers. Okay, and then outside also we have already done the layering of the frosting or icing. So this is chocolate cake and all the 3 are the vanilla cakes. So here we have already kept some of the sprinkles for the decoration of the cakes. This is chocolate whipped cream for applying it over the cake or showing the frosting techniques. Here it is also some of the whipped cream. So and here we have another material or equipment, you can say this is palette knife. The another name of palette knife is also offset. This is bread knife. We will here we will be not using it, but while cutting the layers of the cake we have already used it. So we have some of the nozzles also for the decoration of the cake, and here is piping bag. Okay, I think it's a smaller one, not the bigger one, a medium size or a smaller size. We have scissors. We have already prepared some of the piping bags. Here we are having dark chocolate bar. Just nothing we are doing here. We will be doing the chocolate savings for the decoration of the chocolate cake and some of the other materials for the decoration of the cake. And the most important thing, a turntable. Without turntable, you won't be able to do anything. So first we will start with the first technique of frosting, that is petals. So petals is nothing because the other name of petals is fish scales also. So we will be doing what in this cake. So base is ready, turntable is ready, everything is ready. What you need for this kind of frosting technique is a round tip nozzle and a piping bag and a whipped cream inside it. So what you have to do is you have to start first just make the base ready, okay? And the first thing is you need to put big dots over the cake. So here already we have made a line of dots. What next we have to do is we need to take an offset, okay? And we have to drag this dot from the half, not the full dot. So half is this. So we have to like this. And whatever extra you are getting, whatever extra amount you are getting on your palette knife, you need to remove it. Otherwise, whenever you will be doing another dots, it will be coming back to that dot. So always remove the extra cream or frosting, whatever is there in the cake. Again, we will be doing the same. Not the complete dot, half of the dots. So you will be able to see that it comes like a fish scales. It's little time consuming one, but more attractive than the other frosting techniques. One by one we have to do it. If you will be doing it with the help of royal icing or buttercream, it will be more attractive and more like easy, because buttercream is more smoother than whipped cream. If you will be having a small palette knife, no, it will be more easier for you. I hope you will be able to see the petals. Usually in India we don't do frosting techniques because nobody wants to spend that much time. But yes, she will go to abroad. They focus more on frosting techniques than the piping techniques. But in India, we generally focus on piping techniques.
As you can see, ma'am has skillfully crafted the frosting, and basically she is doing the petal design right now, as she had already explained, and it is quite analogous to fish scales because it is kind of decorative as well. So yeah, it is a really skillful kind of art basically, and she's certainly pretty good at it. It was quite a lot of a technique actually, and focus is obviously a key component as well. And your technique, of course, it matters a lot.
Before dragging, always take care that your palette knife is clean. Otherwise, it will start looking like a messy one. Left. Now this is the last one, last line. So this one will be more tricky because you can see there is no much more space left for here for the dragging of the cream. So we have to just do it a little bit, not much. Otherwise उसके आगे के जितने भी हमने बनाए हैं फिश स्केल्स या फिर पेटल्स का हुआ, like a little bit, not much, a little bit. So this first one is done. This is petals. I hope you will be able to see the fish scales and the types of petals on the corner side of the cake. Okay. So for the decoration we will do later. First we will do the finishing of the cakes. So next I am going to use this cake, this vanilla cake, for showing 3 different frosting techniques. For example, we will be having diagonal, we will be having vertical, and we will be doing horizontal with spiral. So spiral will be on the top and horizontal on the side of the cake. So what you have to do is, this is already ready. So we are having cream or the frosting on the side. You just have to hold the palette knife, the tip of the palette knife, and you just need to do the round. Okay, you need to turn the cake so that this horizontal technique will come. So like smoothly you need to do it. Not much, otherwise the cream you can see is coming. Slowly and there will be spiral on the top as well. So whatever extra you will be able to see, just remove this.
As viewers are able to see, it is quite a tricky thing to do, and especially these frosting techniques that the workshop is all about. And right now we are doing a horizontal technique, frosting technique, which is again time consuming, but the end result surely will be good.
As you can see, there is a spiral pattern on the top of the cake. So this is spiral on the top and the horizontal on the side of the cake. Okay, so in this cake only I will be showing you the vertical one. So what you have to do is, like, we will be not having much cakes to show you. So we will be doing it on the same cake. Okay, so we need to first make a smooth finish so that we will be able to show you the another one. We have some of the extra whipping cream over here. We need to put it on the side of the cake. We have already kept like extra whipping cream here.
And as you can see, ma'am here itself is showing you both the techniques of frosting, horizontal and vertical as well. the previous one was horizontal, of course, and now it's the vertical thing. As you may all know, at least by now, the thing is very tricky to perform and actually get to an end result, but still, the end result is definitely very good.
So as we are going to show you the vertical frosting technique, so the side should be not that smooth because anyhow we will be doing on the side of the cake only. Okay, so what you have to do is take a offset or a palette knife. You need to do a vertical line, like you need to run your palette on the vertical side. Okay, now earlier we have done the horizontal one, but this is vertical one. So what you have to do is take a tip of the palette and just run your palette towards your up of the cake, like this. Got it? And whatever extra is coming on your palette, just remove it. Every time you are doing it, you need to clean your palette knife. Don't worry if anything is coming up on the on the surface of the cake. We will be like smoothing it later. If you are not able to do it at one go, do it twice. So if you have a close look of this, you will be able to see the vertical lines. Are you able to? So this is vertical type of frosting techniques. Now in the same cake, again we are going to show you the diagonal one. Okay, these are the similar one, that's why we are doing it on a single cake. So again we have to do this smoothing of the sides. Again we have to apply some of the extra whipping cream on the sides so that this layering should be able to see. You will be able to see the layerings or the frosting technique, the diagonal one. Just to make the frosting more smooth, we have to do it one more time.
And for the frosting techniques as well, most importantly, the structural integrity of the cake matters as well. Because if your cake isn't well baked, then of course the whipping cream wouldn't be able to hold it properly. As you can see, the cake here is really good, and it is being made particularly around the technique of diagonal now. Previously, ma'am had already shown you the verticals and horizontal, and now is the third technique.
Take a dough scraper and try to do the finishing. Whatever extra you are getting on your dough scraper, just remove it. So now for diagonal, you don't need much more skills. What you have to do is, again you have to take a opposite or a spatula. Last time we have done a vertical one. So we ran our spatula towards the up of the cake or straight. Now it's diagonal. So as the name only says diagonal. So what you have to do is like we have to put our spatula here, okay? Not so perpendicular, okay? Just 45 degree angle के ऊपर हम रखेंगे, and we just have to do like this. Got it? Like you have to put your spatula here and just bring the spatula towards diagonal shape. So one already I have done like this. Are you able to see it? Okay. So like that only we'll be doing it. It's not necessary कि एक बार में ही आपका क्लियर दिखने लगे. अगर एक बार में आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो तो 2-3 बार आप कर सकते हो. बट डायगोनल होना चाहिए, नॉट वर्टिकल.
As you can see by the diagonal technique here, we can see a wave kind of an effect on the cake itself. See, as you can see it over here. These waves are actually made very much by the technique itself and diagonally, of course. You can see from a geometrical spectrum, it is kind of things that we are talking about vertical and horizontal. But yeah, it is kind of really good when you actually see these effects in, just in practice itself.
Okay, so we are done with the side. Now whatever extra frosting is there on the upper side of the cake, we just need to have to wipe it. So, over the cake only I have shown you 3 types of frosting techniques. The first one was horizontal with the spiral on the top. Next was vertical, and this is diagonal. Okay. Now moving on to the next one, that is smooth finish. So as the name only suggests, smooth. We don't have to do anything on the side of the cake. It's already ready. You can see there is a smooth finish on the side of the cake. We just have to decorate it. So for that we have already taken some of the sprinklers, multicolor sprinklers, and we are going to just apply it over the cake. So any doubt till now? Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask. So you have to take this sprinkler and just start applying over the sides of the cake. We are doing this just to decorate the cake. In India we generally have this kind of finish only. The smooth one. Because easy also and less time consuming. This is already done. Just the cake should hold the sprinkler, we need to do the pressing of these sprinklers over the cake so that it won't come out. So this was all about the smooth one. Easy, simple, less time consuming. Okay. Now the last one which we'll be using. So we'll be having another and last cake, that is chocolate cake. And on this cake we'll be doing the leftovers of the frosting techniques. So the first technique which we are going to use on this cake is waves. ओके अब आपने देखा होगा, कभी आपने वेव्स देखा है? समंदर में वेव्स उठते देखा है आपने कभी? कैसा? ओके, सो वेव्स होते हैं लाइक दिस, ठीक है? सो वी विल बी डूइंग लाइक दिस ओनली ओवर द केक. So what you have to do is you have to take an offset or a spatula and you have to just make smaller lines horizontally. Okay, so for example, take the tip of the spatula and just run like this. Okay, what I should do is like first of all I need to आपका क्रीम जो है वो सेट हो चुका है, फ्रॉस्टिंग जो सेट हो चुका है. So that's why this frosting technique is not that clear. So again I have to apply a smooth frosting to show you the technique. जितना आपका स्मूथ होगा फ्रॉस्टिंग उतना अच्छा टेक्निक निकल के आएगा आपके केक पे. आप देख सकते हैं डिफरेंस अभी. Again हम लेंगे रोज पेपर, नॉट मच, थोड़ा थोड़ा अभी हम इसको स्मूथ रखेंगे क्योंकि फ्रॉस्टिंग टेक्निक इसी के ऊपर बनाया है. The base is ready. Now start making the webs. अब आपको दिख रही है, अब ज्यादा क्लियर दिख रही होगी. तो एक लाइन हमने कर दिया है, दूसरा लाइन अब हम करेंगे. As you can see, ये हर एक लाइन बनाने के बाद आपका स्पैटुला क्लीन होना चाहिए. Extra is there on the top, just wrap it up. निकल जाए, टेक्सचर सही ना आए ऊपर का, कुछ नहीं करना है आपको। एक्स्ट्रा विपिंग क्रीम लेना है या विप क्रीम लेना है और अप्लाई करना है, एक स्मूथ फिनिश देना है। Have a closer look. This is waves. दिख रहा है आपको साइड में? तो ये था हमारा वेव्स। अब हम इसी केक पे दोबारा एक फ्रॉस्टिंग टेक्निक दिखाएंगे, दैट इज कॉम्ब या कॉम्बिंग। दैट विल बी आवर लास्ट फ्रॉस्टिंग टेक्निक्स। तो अगेन वी हैव टू गिव अ स्मूथ फिनिश टू इट। Type of design texture, okay, we'll be using this one to give this kind of combing texture to the cakes. So you don't have to do much, you just have to hold it and again you have to do the dragging over the cake. Won't come in one time only, you have to do multiple times. comb. So this was all about the frosting techniques. Okay. So what all we have learned today? The first one was petals or fish scales. The second one was horizontal with spiral, then vertical, and then diagonal. And another one was plain, or you can say smooth finish, which we have decorated with the sprinklers. And this was the last one, that is comb and waves. Okay. Now if you'll ask me, so frosting techniques are done, but we can't leave the cake like that. We need to decorate it. We need to make it more decorative. Okay. Then only the customer will buy it. So the sides are done. We are going to do the decoration on the top of the cake. So we'll be needing few of the things for that. For example, for this cake, we'll be using this dark chocolate. Okay, we'll be using a dark chocolate shavings. A normal one. एक डेकोरेशन आपकी क्रिएटिविटी पे डिपेंड करता है, आप कितना डाल सकते हो, कितना डेकोरेशन कर सकते हो, सारे आपके क्रिएटिविटी पे। here. So you can just okay. So this is for the chocolate cake. Okay. You can keep it in that table. Or here also. The chocolate is done. This is also I will use. So whatever whipped cream we were having, we have to do the decoration from that only. So before doing anything, we need to make it more smooth. Otherwise, the flower pattern which we are going to make, it won't go from that differently. Take a piping bag, put the nozzle, whatever nozzles you want to use, and fill the piping bag with the whipped cream. प्रेस कीजिए और ऊपर हल्के से हटा दीजिए. हमारे पास कुछ इस स्प्रिंकलर्स बचे हुए हैं, तो जस्ट साइड से रखें. So this cake is also ready. Now for the next one we have Oreos. So we'll be doing decoration with the help of Oreos. What you have to do is आपको Oreo लेना है, just press it. simple, nothing much. Okay, and it can also see and also we can make it like this. This is also done. And this is already ready. We can't do much on this. Okay, so we can leave as it is like that. Okay, so you can keep that also. So this was all about today's workshop. I hope you enjoyed it. कि अगर आपका कोई क्वेश्चन हो, कोई इशू हो, कोई डाउट हो तो प्लीज़ आप पूछ सकते हैं. Okay, thank you so much.